Hello everyone, welcome back to EduTap, and I hope you all guys are doing absolutely good and you all are preparing in the best manner for the upcoming NPS Grade A and Grade B exam, which is about to happen on 25th of Feb. So, if you see the past 10 to 12 days, EduTap has released multiple videos related to NPS, like what is the eligibility, how you should target finance, how should you target management, how you should target pension and economics. So we have released a lot of stuff which might help you if you are preparing for NPS. And coming forward to this particular video, in this particular video, we will discuss about the safe score. Now we derive safe score from the cutoff only because the moment you are above the cutoff, definitely you will move ahead. But is it same for phase 1? Is it same for phase 2? We will talk a lot about it in this particular video. And yes, we are also running a 15-day starter pack for all the students who are targeting NPS Grade A and Grade B. I hope you are able to see this banner. This banner is all about a 15-day starter pack. If you want to subscribe to a 15-day starter pack for NPS Grade A and Grade B, do check the link which we have given in the description box below. It will help you to understand that what EduTap offers you and how EduTap will address all of your problems as well related to NPS Grade A and Grade B. Now let's start this particular video. Now, once it comes to the cutoff of Grade A and Grade B, we all know that your Grade A and Grade B will have the same exam, which is on the 25th of Feb. Okay, so first let's analyze the cutoff of Grade A. Okay, the last Grade A cutoff was released in 23rd June 2021. So last Grade A recruitment in NPS happened on in the year I would say 2021, and then the phase 1 took place. But if you see this exact screenshot which I have taken from the NPS website only, the cutoffs were announced on 23rd of June 2021. And if you see, my friends, the paper pattern of 2021 is not same in 2024 or in 2025 rather. If you see, my friends, in 2021 they were asking you English of 40 marks, reasoning of 50 marks, GA of 40 marks. The CA is basically a computer awareness, again of 40 marks, and quant of 30 marks. So the total was, if I'm not wrong, 200. Okay. But this year, if you see, they have changed the pattern. They have introduced certain new concepts and they have removed computer. If you see now, you have quant, reasoning, English, 25 questions each. Okay, they are, you also have a GA component which has 20 marks, and then you have specialized subjects like commerce and accountancy, economics, pension is there. You have your Companies Act and Indian Trust Tax. To add to that particular list, you also have data analytics and statistics. Combining all of these subjects, you will again get 25 questions. So a total number of questions this time will be 120, which you have to solve in 90 minutes. So definitely the paper pattern has completely changed, because if you see, English previously was of 40, now English is just of 25 marks. Okay, so the paper pattern has drastically changed. So the question arises is, the question which comes to my mind is this cutoff which you are able to see on the screen for unreserved category, the cutoff is 146.94 out of 200, because that time in 2021 the paper was having a total weightage of 200 marks. So now, is this a good reference for 2025? According to me, the answer is no. Because if the paper pattern has changed, then the previous year cutoff, according to me, has a zero weightage in your preparation, because you cannot have a kind of a relation, right? If you see, previously NPS was going to recruit in 2021, I am talking about. NPS is recruiting in Grade A. They were used to conduct this pattern of phase 1, and then the interview and GD used to happen. But now what they have done is they have introduced phase 1, which will happen on the same lines on phase 2, and then your interview will be there. So there is no group discussion also. So I think when the paper pattern has drastically changed, see, if there is a minor change, then definitely we can have this as a good reference. But if the paper pattern has drastically changed, then I don't think this is a good reference for your, I would say what, for your 2025. So if I was a student on your place, I would have looked to this particular cutoff, but at the same end, I wouldn't have paid that much heed, that much importance to these numbers. Okay. Now this is all about phase 1. This is all about phase 1, right? Or you can say this is all about, you can say, Grade A phase 1. Now what about Grade B cutoff? What about phase 2 cutoffs? What about other cutoffs? See, In phase 1, we have the detailed table provided to us by NPS. But in phase 2, again, the cutoff was provided. But again, if you see, the paper pattern has changed. Now you have 6 specialized subjects, or more than 6 in fact. You have Commerce and Account, Companies Act, Pension, Indian Trust Act, Data Analytics, Statistics. So you have multiple subjects to prepare for phase 2, which you do not have to do in 2021. So even if you see, phase 2 cutoffs are not having any relevance right now. The cutoffs of 2021, according to me, should not help you that much. And in phase 2, my friend, whatever the cutoff is, it doesn't matter, because in phase 2 you have to score as high as possible. Okay, see, understand the logic over here, because if you understand the logic, then only you will be able to play smart in the exam. In phase 1, the paper is just qualifying. Qualifying basically means what? If X is the cutoff, if X is the cutoff, even if I would have got X plus 0.25, I will move ahead to phase 2. I will move ahead to phase 2, right? In phase 1, the margin at which you clear the cutoff is not important. The only thing is that you just need to clear the cutoff. आपको सिर्फ cutoff clear करना है, you will move ahead to phase 2. But is this the same story in phase 2? For example, there are two people, Ram and Sham. Ram has cleared the phase 2 cutoff by 20 marks. Sham has just cleared the cutoff by zero point 0.5 marks. So who will get the higher weightage? Who will get the higher, I would say, chances of selection? Definitely Ram would do. So even if you see the cutoffs in phase 2, it is of no matter, because you have to score as high as possible. Even if you are just scoring, even if you are just scoring a minor marks above cutoff, then definitely interview will come into the picture. Then interview marks will come into the picture. And this time, if you see, 50% of weightage, 50% of weightage is given to phase 2 marks, and 50% of weightage is given to interview marks. So according to me, if I summarize everything in front of you, phase 1 cutoff we will discuss in a greater length. Phase 1 cutoff of this year, like what should be a good score, how you can increase your score, we will discuss about it. But for phase 2 cutoff, you should not even believe any number. You should not even have any safe score in your mind. The only thing which should run in your mind is that I have to score as high as possible. जितना ज़्यादा हो सके उतना ज़्यादा स्कोर आपको करना है, right? So that's the story which you have to understand over here. And again I say, last year cutoff has no relevance in this particular year, because the paper pattern has completely changed. I hope you agree with me. Now, when it comes to the safe score which you have to target in NPS phase 1 and the safe score which you have to target in NPS phase 2, let's talk about it. Now, the paper pattern which we have just now discussed is English has 25 questions worth of 25 marks, reasoning same story, then you have quant the same story. In GA you have 20 marks worth of 20 questions only, and if you see, you have 6 specialized or more than 6 specialized subjects which will contribute 25 marks. Now, if you draw out the same story and if you have a basic understanding, hardly, if I say, less number of seats are there. Okay, we already know that we have only 4 seats in the unreserved category. 4 is for OBC, and then there are some seats for some other categories also. So number of seats are low. And this time if you see, many people will be appearing for NPS. Why? Because there is no exam around NPS. RBI is not there, SEBI is not there, so many people will come to NPS. So according to me, if you are targeting NPS grade A phase 1, you should try to score overall 75% marks. By which I mean, if the total, you know, right, that in NPS phase 1 you need to clear overall as well and sectionals also. So you need to clear sectional cutoffs of all the 5 section plus the overall. So according to me, the overall cutoff, like, see, I am not a baba over here who can predict that what cutoff will be. But when it comes to the safe score in phase 1, you should try to score 75 plus. 75 plus is doable if you prepare in the best manner, because over here English, reasoning, quant are of clerk level only. They are not tough. They are easy to moderate only. Okay, so try to score 75 plus. Even if you are, like, if you are a serious aspirant who is studying day in and day out, then I think your target should be 85, because you are a serious student, right? So make sure that you score as much as possible in phase 1 also, because that will make sure that you are clearing phase 1 with ease. And when it comes to the safe score, I have already told you that 75 plus is a good score. But if you wanted to increase your chances of selection, then definitely try to score above 85. And if you see, my friend, English is doable, reasoning is doable. So minimum cutoff or the sectional cutoff which you try to target in this particular exam is 15 plus is 15 plus in English, 15 plus is reasoning, 15 plus in quant as well. Because over here the difficulty level will be easy to moderate only. So if you have examination experience of RBI or of any other exam, try to use it. Do not let your knowledge go in waste. Now for GA, I will try to include 15 plus again because GA is again doable, and for all the 6 components or for more than 6 components which is your specialized components, try to score 20 plus over here because all these 6 components or many or more than 6 components will be useful in phase 2 also, by which I mean all these components like commerce, accountancy, management, statistics, data analytics, companies act, are they going to help you in phase 1 only? No, they are going to help you in phase 2 also. So try to keep your score 20 plus in this particular section. The moment you do the mathematics, your score will definitely shoot above 75 at least. But if you are serious, try to score 20 plus in English, 20 plus in reasoning. That will make sure that you are ending yourself in phase 2. Because the moment you clear phase 1, your phase 2 will activated. Okay, and yes, phase 1 and phase 2 will happen on the same day. This is a new kind of thing which is happening for the very first time in regulatory body. Okay, so make sure, my friend, that your phase 1 cutoff gets cleared up sectionally as well, and the overall cutoff also. Okay, overall according to me I have given you the number, but the higher you score the better it is, and for sectional also I have given you the numbers. And why I am saying that you can get 15 plus in quant, why you can get 15 plus in quants, because the paper level will be easy to moderate, assuming that IBPS will follow the same standards for SEBI or for NABARD phase 1. Like SEBI and NABARD phase 1 has a very basic QRE. Okay, but if the paper level comes tough, then definitely these numbers will decrease. So use your logic, right? Now comes to the safe score to target in NPS phase 2. Now, we already know that in phase 2 you have 2 papers, paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 is your descriptive English plus journal studies. Okay, and paper 2 has all these multiple components, which is like commerce and accountancy, management, finance, and all those things. Okay, now as I have told you, in phase 2 there is no safe score. There is no safe score because even if you have a safe score, even if you just score something above that safe score, that will make sure that you are depending a lot on interview. So make sure that in phase 2 you have to score as high as possible. Score as high as possible, because that will make sure that you are entering into the interview at least. Okay, so but again, if you want a safe score, which I could give, but I will not give you because that will just make a kind of a barrier in your mind that sir ने इतना बोला है तो मुझे तो इतना ही चाहिए. That will not help you because in phase 1 it will. Because in phase 1 the moment you clear the cutoff by 0.25 you will move ahead to phase 2. But that is not the case with phase 2. राइट right. आप फेज 1 में सिर्फ 0.25 भी ऊपर लिया है कट ऑफ से, आप फेज 1 से फेज 2 की तरफ चले जाओगे. बट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे दिस स्ट्रैटेजी विल नॉट वर्क इन फेज 2 बिकॉज फेज 2 इज मेरिट. Because phase 2 is merit. So score as high as possible in phase 2. कोई भी नंबर अपने दिमाग में मत रखो. Just try to go and score. Like अगर पेपर 1 में 100 मार्क्स है, पेपर 2 में भी 100 है, we already know this, right? Try to increase your score as much as possible. जितना ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा ला सकते हो, go for it. Okay, and this is what the major agenda which we wanted to convey you in this particular video. Now, those who are looking for courses, those who want to start as early as possible, these are the courses of EduTap. Phase 2 full video, phase 1 plus 2 full video. Test series is also there, and we have also introduced the additional components like data analytics, statistics. You have pension also over here. Right, so all the information related to all the courses is available on our website edutap.co.in. So thank you. I hope I was able to add some value to your preparation. Stay tuned to our YouTube channel because you will get a lot of more insightful content for NPS Grade A and Grade B. So that's the end from my end. I hope you will study in the best manner. Keep preparing in the best manner. All the very best. And that's it.